to Garaband Forest, where the weather is certainly getting towards the upper end of bracing. Let's just say that. I'm starting to feel a bit cold. I think it's going to be raining soon. Here is my, if I'm out on the trail, here is my shelter of choice. This is the DD tarp. In this next clip we're going to look at how in a few minutes and with some basic kit you can set this up, get yourself out of the wind and the weather, make a brew, get a rest, or even spend the night. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, let's take a look at the basic kit. This is just the same as for the last tarp video, the Ridgeline tarp video, which I shot here a week or two ago. We'll go over it again very quickly. Canoe ratchet strap, very useful, we'll see why in a moment. Ground sheet, base of an old tent. I always unroll this first because then you can kneel on it, stay a little bit drier. Long piece of blue rope, very useful. We're not going to use it for this particular one, we can use it for various other configurations. I always carry it anyway. And the tarp itself, DD tarp. Now in my last tarp video I said that you can get a perfectly good one for £5. Actually you can get a very lightweight, cheap, couple of uses one for £5. I'm going to pay more like 35 quid and get a DD tarp. Now these really are the real deal. Okay, I also carry occasionally, and we will use them today possibly, some tent pegs. They're very useful. You want to get this done quicker, you want to get the shelter up quicker, you don't want to make the pegs, yeah, carry them. Your call. I'm going to show you both options in a moment. Okay, to work. Okay, that's the tarp out. The inside's shinier. I'm keeping that folded away for the time being. And I'm going to show you these, which I quickly put together. These are what I'm going to use as the pegs. Came from just around here, obviously, and they took me about a minute to make, all told. They'll go into the ground just fine. So if you're not carrying tent pegs but you're out in the trees, don't worry, you're very likely to find the wherewithal. If you're in a hurry, use the pegs. Also, lastly, this is going to be the central support that you saw at the beginning. If you're carrying walking poles, a walking pole makes a brilliant one of these. I never use walking poles, so if I'm doing this setup, like as not, I'm going to have to find myself a stick. Obviously not very difficult out here. Right, I'm going to plonk this in the ground. You might be able to see I've notched the end of it just here. Centre loop on the short side hooks over. Okay, pretty simple. That's the central post in and up, and the two corner pegs in place. That just leaves this, and we've got ourselves a shelter. So we're going to go round to the back now, place that in, tidy her up, and we're good to go. Okay, here's the shelter from the back. Very simple. I'm going to find the centre tab, follows the ridge line. This is it. Insert our peg, stretch it tight and drive it in. Now that's the semblance of a shelter. What I've got to do now is tuck the sides in and tidy it up. Okay, as you can see, that's the corners tucked under, and we've got a shelter that's going to work just fine if we need to shelter from a downpour quickly. Once it's up, there's one or two things we can do to smarten it up a bit. If we were going to be here for any longer, that'd probably be a good idea. You know, the tarp is fitted with lugs at the side. I'm going to use one of those now. And lastly, what I've done is use the guy line off the pole just to secure the tarp from this end. The pointy end should be facing into the wind anyway. If it's not, all this was probably for nothing. If the wind gets up, it's going to be pretty miserable spending any time in there. Anyway, all told, this was the work of about, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes to get this up. If you're equipped and you're ready and all your gear's sort of stashed away nicely, it's not going to be a problem. You get caught out in the rain, you can get this up in no time. I'm just going to take a quick look round the tarp from all angles now, and that'll be us. Okay. Quick look around now. You can see it's pretty low at the back inside, but you could sleep in there no problem.